Warm afternoon to all my dear children. I welcome you all again in economics class. That is part 4 of Poverty as Challenge. Well, dear children, we all know about what does poverty means. Okay, we in our previous parts, like in our previous lectures, we discussed so many things about poverty. Means like you can say what are the indicators, what are the factors, what are the dimensions, and poverty as seen by social scientists. You all know that who are social scientists and what is their role. Now, we say that you can say that poverty is a situation where a person faces a problem of low income, but obvious that's why, and he unable to meet his basic his or her basic necessities of life. Because you know what, in every person's life, basic a person, if he or she unable to bear his or her basic necessities in life, that particular person is considered as poor. Now, from the past lectures, we relate poverty with basic necessities of life. You all know that. But did we talk about income? Did we talk about consumption? No, we didn't. So, in today's lecture, with the help of poverty, okay, line, you can say, we relate poverty with the level of income and its consumption. Because see, why we call it level of income and level of consumption is, you can say, play a very important role in determining the poverty. Because means what do you consume? But obvious, we consume food. And low level of income means, like we relate low level income, let's just forget about low level. We relate income with the purchasing power, aren't we? Definitely we. Because if we have low income, definitely our purchasing power would definitely be low. And as the day passes, and if we have better income, but always our purchasing power would be much better. So that's why, and if we able to buy more food, it means that we are also consuming it in a right manner. So let's start. Let's start with the that is the next. In this part, we are going to deal with poverty line. What do you mean by poverty line? Like you all know that it's a simple and common method, you can say, through which we get to know that which, you can say which person, or you can say whether the person is poor or not. That particular method is called poverty line. Now, what is that poverty line? Let's find it out. See, it's very, you can say it's very important. We discussed just now, I discussed about income, and also I discussed about its consumption. So before we proceed further, we should know that what is poverty line. See, poverty line, you can see here one imaginary line. So what is that? So it is an imaginary line to measure the poverty as decided by the government. Okay. Now in that line, you can say that few people are above the poverty and few people are below the poverty line. So the people who are below the poverty line, it means that they have low income. They are called below poverty line, means poor people. And whosoever would be above that poverty line, that will be considered as not poor. So there are many people, if you talk about in India, because of its population and low income, like lack of employment opportunities, you can find that there are many numbers. If you means like it's means you cannot even count that. There are many person who are below poverty line. Fine. Basically, this line demarcates between poor and non-poor. So what do you mean by non-poor? Non-poor means a person who whatever the income he is having, see, the government has fixed certain income. Below that certain income, if anyone falls, that is that particular person, and above that it is he is not poor. So that only we need to find it out, that what is that number, what is that consumption, and in what basis that government fix the wages, salary, or whatever income, and fix the calories. Now let's find it out. See, we also know that poverty line, it's totally different from country to country. Even you can say not country to country, but orbits state to state also. But here, as we are talking, we are living in India, so I would give you the example of India. And yes, it totally depends on the person, it totally depends on the population, and every norms there. Why, what is the reason behind that, that the poverty line of every country is different? Let's find it out. See, we, every country, has certain norms. Every country has certain requirements. Every country has different dimensions to measure. Every country has different indicators to indicate. What's that? See, poverty line, if you say, like in our country, okay, in our country, you can say that car is luxury. But obvious, my dear children, in India, still car is counted as a luxury item. Because if you can see that percentage of the people who fall under poverty line, it's much, much more, even like that you cannot think even. So still the people prefer, even if you talk about the middle class family also in India, they, if they have to decide between two-wheeler and four-wheeler, first of all they would go for two-wheeler. Because first of all, to buy four-wheeler, good amount, and nobody possesses that such a big amount, so that person has to take loan. And you know what, like in Indian mentality, that many people are there, they avoid taking loans. Okay, because sooner or later you will have to give, you cannot escape from that. Okay, so that's why in India, car is still a luxury. If you have car, it means that okay, you are well to do. But if you talk about United States and America, it's basic necessity. Because there, if you do not have general drivers, you have chauffeurs there, and it's very difficult to afford that chauffeurs. Who can afford chauffeurs? Like kings, prince, and all, means family like them, they can only afford chauffeurs. So that's why you need to understand that poverty line is totally different country to country. And that decide that in your life what is the luxury and what is the necessity. So let's see next. So, my dear children, this is like through one example. Okay, I just want to make you understand that why poverty line is different from one country to other country to country, because it totally depends on the country, because every country has different social norms and basic necessities. So, what in our country is luxury, maybe in other country that would be necessity. Or you can say that in our country, the things which are necessity, in other countries who are poor countries, even that you can say that much much poorer than India also, for them it's a luxury. So, dear children, because in India, what are the basic necessities? Food, you can say fuel, you can say, okay, education, you can say healthcare, you can say, that you can see here. Okay, that's the most important thing in our life. So in India, we consider what? We consider food, clothing, fuel, education, health as basic necessities. So our government relate the level of income. Okay, so our government, if we talk about our government, relate the level of income, and with these income they decide that particular person is poor or not poor. And they decide the level of income. The government in our country, they decided the level of income, that what should be the income level and what should be the consumption level. So these basic necessities which we just talk about it, that is food, clothing, fuel, education, healthcare, that the government decide the poverty line for our country on the basis of these basic amenities. So it's really important to know for us that which country is poorer and other country why it's poor means if you compare, and on what basis they are considered to be poor and not poor. So let's find it out. See, let's take the example of food. You know what? Like if I'll see you the true picture of India, you know, you will be amazed, totally amazed to know that at India there are certain states and cities in India they literally starve. And I think that at this stage you know the meaning of starvation, if I'm right. Literally starve, their children, they are suffering from malnutrition. And because the you can say the total schemes, programs, so many schemes and programs are there, but they are failed before the population of India. So why? So you must be thinking, you must be wondering, how is it possible that it's such a big populated country? Okay, and most of you can say that we what we dealt in first chapter, that is you can say story of village Palampur, where the people are not suffering from means unemployment, but in India we have underemployment because every person is working, every person has to run his or her livelihood, they cannot sit idle. How can you imagine that a person who is having responsibility of family ideal? It cannot. So let's take the example from food. See, whenever we consume any food, whether it is a spoon, a teaspoon of sugar, okay, or a bowl of fruits, or you can say a typical Indian thali, okay, that consists of pulses, vegetables, roti, everything. We consume calories. Even if we take milk, if we take tea also, we consume certain calories. So the government has decided the range of calories. That range means you can say that fixed calories, that if any person consume less than that given calories, that particular person is considered to be the poor person. Okay, so let's find it out. See, calories per day. Generally, if you talk about, like we divide calorie intake according to gender also. Like you can say uh, male requires more calories and female requires less calories as compared to men. Now here you can take the example of rural area. The government has fixed 2400 calories for rural people. Urban it is 2100 calories. Okay, so now if any person unable to fulfill these requirement of calories, they have to face severe illness. That's why you can say that health is wealth, and to work efficiently and effectively we have to be very strong and we have to be healthy. Okay, and but if we cannot consume enough food, nutrition food, balanced diet, can you expect that any person able to survive or would be able to earn? Of course not. So, in fact, on the basis of these calculations and all, in 2011 and 12, the poverty line estimated in the year 2011 and 12, where wherein you can say according to rural areas, government fixed income. Let's see. Government fixed income 816 in rural areas, and 1000 in urban areas. Now you must be wondering that 5 calorie intake is more in rural areas, but income level is more in urban areas. Why this discrimination is there? Okay, you need to think and just rack your brain that what are the thing means what are the factors that as compared to rural area income wise urban area has more compared to rural areas. But if you talk about you can say rural urban areas as far as calories intake is there. So why such difference is there? Why such difference is there? So you need to you need to rack your brain, and then you will have to then you realize that why. Because see, let's I just take it as a back. Not see, because see, rural area basically we take physical labor there. Okay, in rural areas the people do much labor, that to physical labor. Okay, as compared to urban people. So but obvious, when you do physical labor as compared to any other person, that particular person takes more calories, and the requirement is also very low. Just give one example, I just tell you. Like if you take general people and if you talk about labor class people, like they continuously working since morning evening under construction sites, and they continuously, because they are not using their mental power, they are using their physical power. So whosoever person is using his physical power more as compared to mental power, they require more amount of calories. Okay, this is a basic reason. Now just to the contrast of this income per month, if you talk about the living standard, but obvious that rural area people and the urban areas, because urban areas, the person who are living in urban, they have more expenditure as compared to rural areas. Means they do have more expenses, and when you have more expenses, but obvious you require more income. Okay, when like apart from earning money, like apart from food items, it's education, healthcare, many other extra expenses are there. Okay, and that you understand it because you are living in urban area and compare. Okay, so that's why this difference is there, that calories wise in rural areas we have more calorie intake. As far as income is concerned, urban area has more income as compared to rural area. So dear children, I hope that you understand that what is the importance of poverty line, that it simply demarcates between poor and non-poor, and the government has fixed two indicators, that is level of income and level of consumption, to decide whether the particular person is poor or not poor. Okay, and the person who falls below that, that is poor, above that, that is non poor. So after three topics, another three topics, I would share the notes, so don't worry, I would definitely share notes with you all. And I expect that please watch this video for the clear understanding of the topic. Once you understood, you can frame the answers by your own. Okay, so thank you for watching. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Bye bye, everyone.